Hello. So, hello and welcome. Today I have Laurie with me, and our intention is to help raise consciousness. And the way we do that is with creativity, light language, and connection. So we get together and we paint and we talk about it, and then we do certain activities each week. So, hi, Laurie, and welcome.
Good morning, Tammy. I got my coffee. I'm actually on Eastern time zone, but I'm literally just like 5.5 hours north of where I live. So it's so weird that there's a slice of Upper Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Michigan that is Eastern time zone, although it should be Central. So, but it still feels early to me. So, good morning.
It is still pretty early. Okay, so what we okay, so let's um let's do some breathing. And I got breath of fire. So let's do some
Oh,
deep
okay.
breathing. um for a few rounds of deep breathing low into the belly. The creativity comes from like within, and deep breathing exercises are really excellent and open up um, the lower chakra system. So
Okay, I've
um,
only done Breath of Fire once, so I'm not sure. So,
okay, so
okay.
what you do is for this one, let's breathe in two and then breathe out fast. So these are like deep breathing exercises,
Okay.
rapid and in and then out with force, in and out with force. And we'll just do this for a little round, just to break through some of the feelings that we've been having, because we've been exploring emotions in our art this week, and it's kind of brought some pressure. So in order to
Mhm.
relieve that, we're gonna intensify and then slow down. So okay,
Okay.
so okay, so deep breath in, two, and then out. And then we'll slow down and pause just for a minute and settle in. And then we'll do some light language. And na I no kuru ishe na lai ne kitu ru ushana ru kushene kitu makatara aina la ine kitu shana ara.
Urania krora asaka, reshiki kronia, urania alarade eshe, shikrade iti ti kraa, urania la ala, lot krade iki kroa asia tiki ilarade ishi.
Oro e neki shuna ko na nai le neki turo o I kashana e nakaturo kushina ki te e nakashuna brukushina ki na ara I una I kata a I katina.
Wet te karade eke karate oro o na alarade eke. Karate shiki ileti I. Warania a alarade eke ki karade e. Watu korora aka. Ani alarade eke ki kororo ose. Horashike I alarade eke kut ko o. Watu korania la te ki I. Ye shiki ilarade eke kut ya tiki kile. Ooh, that was forceful.
E shanaki no tiko poro o nale neki shuno oro o shanakita anai I ta a shuna ka ruka e shanakitu oro e ta e ai iki.
Watakarare e tiki ti shikarati e tu norara seatiki tia tayata karate e ki tiria wanana alarade e ti tu talarade e se ti tiraniara o tukura atiki tikarade e ti talade e ki turara ase tiki ilari e.
Okay. So I got a song this morning, Smash Mouth, Shooting Stars. So you might want to listen to that today. Um, you know, it's about like um you never know if you don't try something new, and we're shooting stars. So that was something that kind of came through this morning, and we're going to share some of the things we've been drawing or painting this week. And I had a dream about Laurie. So this one was one. So um, what the dream was that we were reattaching threads like weavers.
Oh
Um,
wow, cool.
and it's, it's just a representation of our hands are activated, and we use them to manifest. And so anyway, that was one that I did. And we do, or I do morning pages. So this morning I drew this. And
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
well, yeah. So I had another dream last night, and it was like I was in a cave, and I could only see out with a little space, and then this wall came and covered it, and this pressure that I'm feeling, it I burst through, and the wall disintegrated. And so this the colors and the lines that I drew, let's see if I can get it. So the colors and the lines that I drew were playful, excited, and passionate. And in essence, so I did have some feelings like I was breaking through a wall, and I came out of it. And so um, drawing and creating lines and space can help you like release old emotions. So that was one. Okay. You want to share one?
Yes. Okay. I was working on this one, so I don't know. Is it going to show up?
Um,
No,
it's kind of blurry.
it is blurry.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, the thumbs
wait,
up.
back it up and hold it still and see what happens. Say something.
Hello, can you hear me now? Look at my picture. Nope.
Put it in front of you. Say something.
Hello, can you see it now? Can you see it now?
It's still blurry.
Oh,
Okay.
dang. Okay. Well, you get it's bright colors, which
Uh-huh.
for this one, I started out with doing a left-handed drawing and just doing squiggly lines, and it was like where I've felt broken. I started, this a few days ago. Um, and then it turned into a spiral. There was the slashes up at top, and I drew a glyph, which I immediately got was strength. And then as I was putting the colors in, which are like extremely bright, um, it was a lot of heart centeredness. Um, heart chakra and then inner heart chakra. So green and pink. I got this strength bleeding into it or weaving into it. And along with the strength was it was yellow and blue, and then the blue came pouring through. Up here is like the old programming. Scared, sad, social norms, flawed parents, alone, lost, right, wrong, mistakes. But I could tell after it all dried that it was very light. So it's like starting to fade. And some of the pink and the green are starting to bleed or push all that darkness out, which I thought was really cool. And I was doing a little journaling this morning, and what the picture was trying to tell me is that this is only one little bit of a huge tapestry. And you mentioned weaving, which was really weird because I felt like it was all weaving together because it kept expanding. And they said, this is only like one little snapshot here. There is so much more going on. You don't need to focus on this, help it to grow, help the love. The love. This is basically love, 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 love to grow.
I love to
So that
grow. Oh,
love.
that's perfect. That's awesome. Let's see. I'll share this one. It's kind of I I did this one and it was I am I am nothing and everything. Let's see if I can get
Okay.
so um anyway, I had like eh, the the idea that we're imperfect. And I kind of got that we're separate or broken and powerless or a victim and too sensitive. So the other side, this is a non-dominant hand, and then I'm Tami, I'm connected, I'm perfect, I am whole, I'm powerful, creator and joy. So anyway, this is a non-dominant hand piece where I was exploring my shadows and my light, and it felt like it was blending it together. Um, accepting like all the part, and we were going to focus on the body, like what what parts of my body might I not be giving love to, or maybe I feel like this is something I need to change or whatever. But then I got that, you know, that the illusion of imperfection is what we need to let go of. Like you're really perfectly designed. Um, there's certain things about you that aren't going to change, and embracing that and sending it love and acceptance is, it's just kind of letting go. So this was, like I said, this was an example of um when I paint or draw lines with my left hand. So that was one that I did.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that broken part because that was the first step. The left hand was the squiggly broken line, and then as the spiral went out, um, the another realization was that see how much more beautiful and interesting it is with all these curves and how they all come together and then as you were talking, I just thought also of that Japanese porcelain art where the something breaks and they use gold in it to make it even stronger and even more beautiful. And I'm like, oh, okay, so those imperfections are part of the perfect design
Uh-huh.
of who we are. And all those little things that we experience as breaks, like I was thinking about my body too as I was going through this. It's like No, those are also your strengths. You keep calling them weaknesses, but they're actually your strengths because they're making you stronger as you expand. So I've been playing a little bit with that, and I've actually had a really great conversation. Well, it was brought up from my son. We talked a little bit about the gene keys, and I asked him something because he's been doing this a long time. And he said, well, here, let me do an AI thing, an AI question on that. So he came up with this really good answer. And I'm like, oh, I could do that too. So I had a question about health, and it actually directed me based on the gene keys to do somatic work every day by like one of them is because of my gene keys is physicality and bones. And it said, isn't it? It lined up perfectly from 0 to 7, the IQ, what happened to me. And then at age 19, when I had two major diseases happening that are still, following me my whole life. And they said, this lines up perfectly. Now it's time to actually um, listen to my body and my bones and breathe into that every day. And I was like, whoa, because I've been feeling that it is more than just limiting belief work. It is listening to what my body wants to tell me, which I've been getting messages over the last few weeks about that, which is just like mind blowing for me,
Uh-huh.
at
Uh-huh.
least.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I got. You know, the illusion in listening. So I was really grateful that you sent me all the questions about the body because I focused on it.
Mhm.
I did breath work yesterday. I I painted. I was drawing. I and I really felt like there was pressure pushing down on me. And when I did the breath work, I felt like it released. And it released in the dream and in the painting, but are we really listening? Because this is all about tuning into our intuition, and we we need to work together with the logical mind because sometimes the logical mind is saying, I don't need to do that, or I don't need to do that. But, to sit in stillness and listen to what asks the question, and then you get the answer. And that's where inspiration leads you. So I felt like that breath work was really powerful, and it is very powerful if you do it.
Right. Yeah. I think I'll add a little bit of that. I like that fire dragon, the, the fire breath,
Yeah, I got the breath of fire. Like,
breath of fire. Okay.
yeah, if I feel tired, I know that the breath of fire is one thing that can like fully give me energy. Um, because what's happening to me is, since really for about the last year and a half, I don't sleep as much and I have more time, but have I added something that really brings me vitality to that time? And
Mm.
you don't think about something as easy as breathing, you know, 10 deep breaths and feeling it. Also grounding because I feel like I'm getting downloads and they're very massive and powerful. And then, I was seeing codes in the air and I was feeling a lot of pressure yesterday. So I laid down and did a meditation and was doing deep breathing and listening to music also kind of is soothing. I was listening to some Hertz this morning and drawing as I was listening. So the hertz I got this morning was 417. So listening, music can really help you feel your emotions and deal with your emotions. Or, so that's, I mean, my morning practice is to get up and journal any dreams, and then I do a meditation, and then I paint and draw a little bit, and you know, then like this morning I'll go to yoga flow. So, but it's been raining, so I haven't been able to walk or swim last week. So that's one area I know that if I swim, that it helps ground me too. So we're ascending
Oh,
and grounding. And so there's got to be a balance. And you intuitively know what to do, but it's trying new things that help us, feel good in the body, embodying it.
mhm. I miss swimming a lot. I really, the only place to go swimming by me easily is um the YMCA. I could go swimming in the lake just by beach pass, but I don't know. And getting that would actually make me feel better. There's resistance in this.
Uh-huh.
There's resistance.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Well, there's always resistance when you have an inspiration. But
Right.
why?
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't even had that inspiration in a while. For me, it's more walking. So
Uh-huh.
just get out and walk. Just get out, even short walks, just short walks. And which is okay. So, you know, like a couple months ago, I hurt my back. So I've been doing physical therapy and chiropractic. My hips and everything are getting more in alignment, but now my bad knee does not know where to go. So it's even harder for me to walk. And I'm like, okay, the chiropractor is saying how great my alignment is, but okay, so you know what? I'm just being, my body's saying this is the time that you're supposed to be grounding. Why are you, okay, you're being impatient,
Uh-huh.
impatient
Uh-huh.
Lori.
Well, yeah, that's just it. It's like, yeah, I get frustrated because maybe I want to go for a walk, but it's raining today.
Mhm.
But I might shift to just turn on some music and dance around the house. And the idea that the movement you do actually gives you energy. Like people resist going and doing things that actually make them feel better. So the purpose of exercise is not necessarily to build muscle, it's to gain energy. It's like it
Right.
it's the
Oh,
opposite. It has the opposite effect. So, but
y-
swimming is so gentle on all the
mhm.
bones, you know. You might want to run a marathon, but maybe just soaking in a hot tub or a pool, or going for a swim. And 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 that's something in the summer I do probably at least 3 times a week, but last week I didn't. So this is what my body needs, water. So I'm about to go to the beach again. So whenever
Oh,
I get
nice.
to feeling like this, I'll go, to the beach or do something like that. Um, but a body of
Oh, yeah.
water. But yeah, so you want something easy and inspiring, but not something that's, especially if you have a injury that feels like you can't do a certain activity, but the grounding, like water is very grounding. So finding a
Mm-hmm.
body of water to swim in is the easiest thing to do. And maybe just
Yeah,
once a week in the summer, or you don't have to do it all the time, just once in a while.
yeah, even just going in the water. On Sunday, um, took my son and his family out to Lake Superior, and we did venture into the water and the waves. Um, and it was cold. There'd be like cold pockets, warm pockets, but Lake Superior is cold water. But it was so much fun. And then just putting my feet in the sand, and they were having so much fun digging holes and making piles of rocks. I could
Oh,
have
you got
stayed
to play
there.
with rocks.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love my rocks. You know what I was thinking? I have not been getting messages about swimming. It is more about dancing because I do that twice a week with my client who's wheelchair bound. But with my knee, I'm thinking, well, that's all I can do. But it's not because I can stand and still move around and do gentle stretching exercise, moving to music. Oh, okay. There was resistance in that. Holy cow. And I had to
Uh-huh.
talk through it. Thank you. Thank you very
Well,
much.
noticing it, like you're not the only one. Like I have resistance too because that's my goal this month is to walk more. And
Mhm.
it's not like it's something that some days I have plenty of time to go do it, but I don't do it. So, I do like to walk. I like to be in nature. So being in nature is what I'm really craving. So the walk is just exploring places and um, feeling in tune with nature, feeling in tune with the trees and playing with nature or whatever. And I love like when I go to my sister's pool, and what I really love about it is there's a lot of hummingbirds and
Oh,
birds, and there's a lot of flowers, and it, she's got a saltwater pool, so I just go and I do laps and um anyway, I don't know. And then, the sun, like I just love being out in the sun and enjoying nature.
hmm.
So the reason I go is just because I love it. It isn't
Yeah.
really any other reason. So, in that, so just explore the resistance. Like, okay, I'm resisting going to the Y, but maybe I could go once a month and not even, you don't have to go all the time. But is it a year-round pool?
It's a year-round pool, but it's a really expensive membership. I wonder if they have like drop-in rates. I never looked at it. There's a whole thing with the chlorine, and I'm more sensitive to like chemical smells.
Yeah.
So, and getting pricklies all over my body. Something about my body doesn't
Are there
appreciate
are there natural hot springs near you?
natural cold springs where you can get water, but they're like this big. No. Up here right now, I sitting on screened in porch looking at the water, trees, birds. There's a couple of eagles that have been flying around. Put
Oh,
out the hummingbird feeder. There's two or three hummingbirds that they wait for me to come every year and then they show up. So
I love
plus
it. I
all the
love
other
it.
birds.
I've been
So I
seeing
love it.
one.
I could spend the whole time just sitting on the porch, really just looking at the water, and but we've got to get out on the boat. I have to get out on the boat. I love
Uh,
boats.
are you going to go fast?
Oh
Just
yeah, have to go fast.
gonna go fast. You're gonna go fast. Yeah, it's like okay. That's cool. Um, that'll be playful and exciting and passionate.
Right. And then we're going probably tomorrow up the Keweenaw Peninsula, which if you look at the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, there's that part jutting out into Lake Superior. We try to go all the way up to the tip of it. But along the way, we stop at different beaches, and I always bring my swimsuit as long as it's warm enough, because I really going like in 70 degrees is a little difficult, but I'm going to make myself because there's a beautiful beach up there. It's half sand and half rock, so I can enjoy the sand. I love looking at rocks, but John can do all the rock stuff, and I'm going to go in, especially if there's little kids that are brave enough to do it, then I know that I have to do it. Because as a kid, I wouldn't have had any hesitation. It's water. I would have been, put my suit on and jump in freezing cold water. I don't care.
I've done ice plunges before.
Oh,
It's a lot.
I have never done an ice plunge. This is like the closest I get.
I did one in Iceland, and
Did you really? Oh,
oh yeah,
wow.
yeah. Well, they have spas where you go in and it's like 7 stages. You go from ice cold, they're like 30 degrees, so it's like a round hole where you jump in, and it's very very cold, and I jumped in a lake too, and there were hundreds of people there, and only two of us did it. There was me and somebody
Oh my
else.
God.
And I was with three girls, and they were like, "No, you're crazy." But it really is invigorating. Like it will give you energy
Mhm.
to get in cold water like that. But then you go from cold to warm to warmer, and it goes through 7 stages, and then you go through the hot springs and you float around. Anyway, we did that at three different springs while we were in Iceland, and it was like my skin had never been that soft. And um, the water in the lake was super cold, and the water in the ice plunge was super cold too. So, but I'm not like a heavy duty one, but for about, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 months, I did like cold showers every day because I was going to do the polar bear plunge at the beach here.
Okay.
And it ended up being 80 degrees that day. And I had this polar bear outfit on. It's like warm polar bear outfit. And
Oh,
it was so hot, I
oh,
was like sweating. It ended up being the opposite of a
oh, wow.
polar bear plunge. I mean, the water temperature was like 50 degrees or whatever,
Hmm.
but it was very warm day. Like I have seen people jump in January and their lips would be blue, the wind
Hmm.
was blowing and it was cold and rainy, and they were frozen. Here I am out there sweat. I do it one time. No, I did it. I did it a couple years in a row, but I did it one time and it's like 80 degrees, and they're like, it doesn't count if you do it when it's 80. You got to go somewhere cold, Tammy. So I had to go all the way to Iceland to do a polar bear plunge.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they do polar bear plunges here. One in my town, and then I think, well, they do them all over the place in Wisconsin in January. So I don't know. I'm already cold by then, but so the thought of going from cold and even colder doesn't really excite me. Now, if there would be a sauna involved, then I probably could be persuaded to do it because as a in middle school we did a sauna, and this and anyone that wanted to could jump in to the lake, or for me I just jumped in the snow, and that was good enough. And then I went back in the sauna and warmed up, and then you know dressed. But that was fun. Uh, I don't know. For me, I think I'm gonna try dancing, but I'm definitely gonna get into Lake Superior when we head over there. Maybe I'll try to do it at each place we stop if it's doable. Some of them are too rocky, and if the waves are too big, getting dashed upon the shore of rocks. No,
No
no.
injuries.
Right,
Injuries.
injuries. Yeah, I don't
Injuries
want to
are
make more injuries. I just want to connect with sand and water, and it can be cold
yeah.
water, so that'd be fun.
Okay.
Do you have any more of the dream you were talking about, or was it just about the weaving?
Um, I mean, that was pretty much it. It was,
Mhm.
I just was dreaming that we were reconnecting threads. You might want to explore that a little bit because
Okay.
I have done a whole lot of astral travel and like the gateway. Like I do different magical practices that are about astral travel, and I do the gateway, and in it teaches you to go to certain focus areas. And anyway, after I did that like several rounds of it, I would just astral travel all over the place. And my visions, well, so I've had dreams about like 4 or 5 ancient sacred sites.
Mm.
And I feel like, I mean, so I feel like the dreams are kind of building on each other. It's called oversoul unspooling is what's happening. So I'm having dreams um about past lives that I've had or even future lives. And then I'm going to locations like and I do believe there's a thread. Mount Vesuvius was in one, and Glastonbury was in one, the tour, and I could see like a dragon behind it. And these are images I have never seen. So they're coming in from somewhere. Now, I've been to Glastonbury, but I have not been to Mount Vesuvius, wherever that is. And so what we do is we meet and then we connect, and then maybe we actually meet in our dreams, and perhaps you're not remembering, but I do. um and it's just that I've developed this skill. This is a skill everybody has, like dream traveling or astral traveling or remote viewing or whatever. And where were the other there was I was in the Grand Tetons. I saw like this giant um, temple that just rose up out of the earth, and then there are mountains in Wyoming that look like a tree, and there are I couldn't decide if it was I believe it was Montana because I've been there and I've seen some of the ancient sites there. And these were temples in the past or the future. So it's like going
Mm.
out in my dreams, and somehow all of us are connected in the group, is what I know, because I keep dreaming about the different people in the group. But this weaving skill, is what we do with our light language with with intention, and it's reconnecting threads because you've had past life memories of people in the group,
Hmm. Yeah.
and I mean, what are some examples of that?
Um, well, Daniel and I were a couple in a past life, ancient Greek, and it literally just was. I think we were well off, whatever, but olive orchards and pillars and just beauty all around, and just it seemed easy, so easy, just just love. Um, I didn't, nothing, and what I felt was nothing sexual. It was just like a deep, deep love. And when I met Daniel in person the first time last August, because he always seemed kind of weird to me. So weird, with the wild hair and everything. But once I met him, I'm like, wait a minute. I was having a reaction to him, but once I met him in person, it was because I actually knew him. And, I don't know him. I just know that he loves to wander. And I'm like, I love to wander, you know? Let's, I love going off someplace and just seeing where it goes. And then once you're ready to come home, then you figure out how to get home. But,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then with Zoltan, definitely something in the Americas, um, huge temple, uh, lots of power. I am not sure. It was like almost too much to see, so I'm not sure with that, which was weird. But uh, has there been anyone else? Well, I feel deep connection like to Renee. It's I don't know what it is, and a few other people too, like Emma. I feel, and there's other people I know that we've been in different lives. I just don't have anything specific, but
Mm-hmm.
just connection to certain people that is like amazing. And also, I just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's really funny because yeah, every time I talk to Zoltan, when I hang up the call,
Mhm.
I get visions of like him riding up on horses, or we're dancing in Victorian outfits. I don't know. It's like
Oh my
diff
gosh.
I was in maybe like Vienna painting, and he was with me, and I look different. It's like impressions of what I get.
Oh
So each
wow.
time that I talk to him, another kind of image pops up, and it's really interesting. Yeah, somebody you just met that you haven't known very long, you know, but me and Daniel, yeah, Daniel is definitely, I've had a lot of dreams about Daniel, or a few. And then he's like our teacher, and we're in
Mhm.
Lumeria, and
Oh really? Oh.
me and Jamie and Michael are children. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oh
so yes,
wow.
he is like a teacher in Lumeria. Well, is that right? Atlantis, because we were in the Bahamas, I believe.
Okay.
And
That's so
so
cool.
yes, I mean, I've had hundreds of dreams about these people. So I know
Oh my gosh.
that
You know what? I just got an image of when I met Dana, and I didn't meet him till the end of the retreat, literally the last day where I was physically in his presence. Um, for just a few minutes, but I feel a connection to him too. And now, some reason, I'm feeling deer, animals, deer. I'm not sure what that is, but it's definitely something with a deer. So weird. Deer in nature and a lot of trees.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I had dreams that he was an angel singing light language about
Oh, I can
him.
picture that. Yeah.
And I had dreams about anyway, I've had lots
Yeah.
of dreams. I have them about Gary and Christy and have them about a lot of different people in the group. Lots of them about Michael and um but this one was new with you, but I thought that it really felt like more, it just felt like we had planned it. And that
Really? Oh, that's so
we're
cool.
weaving. Yeah, and that we were
Okay.
weaving. Yeah, and it's weaving somehow it's like connected to ancient sites, and there are like 5 or 6 that I've seen now. And
Hmm.
they're very vivid. They're like videos, and I feel like this 8-8 I feel like there's a portal open because I'm having dreams about like a portal opening. I'm seeing into the future, the past, and seeing different ancient temples and
Hmm.
these golden threads and weaving. So anyway, that's kind of where where the dreams are. So practice like noticing if you wake up with any messages or dreams because you this is a skill that you might be opening up to with some of the painting and drawing too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The last 2 years, I've hardly had any dreams. I used to have dreams all the time. And now, so s- something's, it's, I guess, part of some process. That's what I would
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we change. Like
Right.
I'm not able like I used to have imagination where I could just imagine anything and like create it. Now I can't imagine, I can't see anything unless I can pull up a picture of something I've seen before. Like when I'm listening to a meditation and it says, "Oh, pretend you're on a beach or something," like I can't see anything. But when I meditate, like I'll see visions of other things, things I've never seen. So sometimes a skill you had has to drop away for a new skill to develop is what I know. Like my
That
dreams.
is okay. Yeah, that just triggered something that, um, what I, okay, using my imagination and putting myself, picturing it. Oh, and then drawing. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a process. There's a process going on here. Oh, I'm getting
Yeah.
goosebumps. Okay, this is good.
Okay.
This is
Well,
good.
okay. So that's good. That's good. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. I
And
love you.
continue on your wonderful vacation. This is very
Um,
soothing energy today. Exactly what I needed.
yeah. All right. I love you. Bye.